Welcome, Upstaters, to your Power Flow. My name is Olivia, and I'll be guiding us throughout our session today. Let's get started on our mats in a child's pose. We're going to take our knees nice and wide, our big toes touching. Let's crawl our arms up to the top of our mat and just bring our forehead down against the floor. Just take these first few moments to relax down, settling into this shape. The eyes close down and we start to take a few deeper breaths here. Really settling in, checking in with your body, noticing how you're feeling today. We allow our breath to grow in length and depth. You might even gently contract the back of your throat with your exhale, engaging your yogic breath or your ujjayi breath. You might take this time to just set an intention for your practice. How would you like to honor your body on your mat today? Letting it sink in with your next breath here. And then we gently start to walk our hands to the right side of our mat. We're crawling those left fingers to the side. The forehead drops down. Send a big breath into the left side body. Let the shoulder drop towards the floor. We crawl our hands all the way over to the left side of our mat. Those right fingers crawling out, stretch it out. Big breath here. And then we walk our hands all the way forward. Let's keep the elbows up off of the mat as we crawl out, stretching out through the sides. Eventually, we lift ourselves up onto our hands and our knees. Just walk your knees in so they're right underneath your hips. We take a cat-cow, inhaling to lift the chest, letting the belly button drop down. Exhale, round under in the opposite motion. Chin tucks, press the hands into the floor. One more. Inhale, lift. Use your breath, exhale, round under. We'll crawl our hands out to the top of our mat. Let our forehead melt down, melting heart pose. Just a full breath here, opening up across the chest. You could even bring your chin onto the mat if that feels right for you. Then we walk our hands back under our shoulders. We're going to tuck our toes under here and sit back against our heels. And we're aiming to feel this stretch in the bottoms of our feet. Make sure all 10 toes are tucked under. Now let's wrap our right arm underneath our left. For our variation of eagle arms, you can walk your hands into the center of your back or bring the palms together. On our inhale, we're gonna lift those elbows up, draw the hands away from your face, really squeezing the arms. On your inhale, let's lift the elbows to the sky. Exhale, round under, let the elbows drop down, the chin tuck. One more, inhale, lift those elbows up. We're unraveling the arms, cactus them, keep the elbows bent and lift through the chest. Exhale the hands down to your mat. Now we'll tap the tops of the feet out against the floor. To release now, tuck your toes under. We're sitting all the way back against our heels again. All 10 toes tucked. This time our left arm wraps underneath our right. Again, walking the hands in or bringing the palms together. Now lift the elbows high, pull the hands away from your face. Send a big breath into that space between your shoulder blades. Inhale, lift the elbows to the sky. Exhale, round forward, tuck the chin, elbows drop in. Inhale, lift the elbows to the ceiling. The arms unravel as we bend the elbows, cactus the arms, lift the chest. Hands all the way down to the mat and just tap the tops of your feet out here. Wonderful. Let's take our hands out just in front of our shoulders. Spread our fingers wide and then lift the hips up and back for your first downward facing dog. You might keep a little bend in the knees. Really feel this lengthening down your spine. The hands actively gripping into the mat. And as you find length in your spine, you might slowly start to find length in the legs as well. One more breath here. Feel your belly button hug into the spine. Sink a little deeper into your down dog as you exhale out. Now we walk little baby steps up to the top of our mat, one footprint at a time, nice and slow, until we find our feet hip-width distance apart at the top of our mat. Let's find ragdoll. Grab either elbow and just fold over top of the legs. Let your head be heavy. You could even give it a gentle rock from side to side, yes and no. Full breath in. Deep exhale, fold. Let the elbows melt down to the floor. We start rising up to standing, feet pressing into the mat. We'll roll the shoulders back, Tadasana. Hands come out in front of us or face in front of us. The shoulders round, back and down. Close the eyes, take a grounding breath here. Deep exhale, centering yourself. We open the eyes, inhale, sweep the arms to the sky, nice big lift in the chest. Exhale, fold over top of the legs. Inhale to your half lift, press your shins away, find a nice long spine. Exhale, plant your hands down and step to your high plank position. Let's hold here, building up some heat. I want you to press the floor away, dome through the upper back, feel your core is on here. 2 more breaths, nice and big. Good. Exhale, hold. Now we're going to shift our weight forward. Take the knees down to the mat. Dive the chest to the floor. Elbows are hugging into the ribs. Inhale, lift up to your baby cobra. Toes are untucked. Exhale, fold back into your downward facing dog. Maybe the heels sink a little heavier towards the floor this time. Bend the knees deeply, look between your hands, step or jump up to the top of your mat. Inhale to a half lift. Exhale, fold. Good work. Inhale, rise up. Sweep your arms to the sky, lift the chest, take a little back bend as the hips press forward. Exhale, fold over top of the legs. Inhale to your half lift. Exhale, plant your hands down, step back to your high plank position. Now I'll give you the choice. You can flow with the knees on the floor or from your toes. Either way, we shift our weight forward. Exhale, lower to a half push-up, elbows into the ribs. Then press to your up dog or baby cobra. Lift the chest, lift the thighs. Exhale, downward facing dog. A full breath here. Steady exhale out. Ground yourself in your breath. Now we inhale, lift our right leg to the sky, 3-legged dog. Kick up through the heel. We're gonna engage our core, draw our knee to our nose, shoulders over the wrist, hug it high, and then inhale, lift it back to the sky again. Step that right foot to the top of your mat for low lunge. The back knee lowers, the arms sweep up to the sky. Just make sure that ankle stacking right underneath the knee. The hips can melt forward. We'll bend into the elbows, grabbing a hold, and then lifting up through the chest. Feel this lengthening through the side bodies. Exhale, bend into the elbows, cactus the arms. Then take your hands down to the floor, untuck the back toes, and start folding over that right leg. Toes are flipping up towards our shin. Take a big breath in here. Exhale to fold a little bit deeper. We'll walk our hands to the top of our mat. Now left hand plants down, Right hand to the sky. Let's tuck the back toes under, lift the knee for easy twist. Good, exhale, right hand down to the mat. Step back to your high plank position. Take your flow, shift your weight forward. Exhale, lower to down, or inhale, lift to up dog or baby cobra. Good work. Downward facing dog, hips drop back. One breath in, an energizing breath out. Now inhale, lift your left leg nice and high, three-legged dog. Feel that glute is on. Then take the knee to your nose, hug it all the way in. Inhale, lift it back up to the sky. Step your left foot to the top of your mat, back knee lowers. That ankle stacks right underneath the knee, the arms sweep up to the sky. Good job, upstaters. Lift through the chest, bend into the elbows, and lengthen through the sides. We're gonna bend into the elbows, cactus the arms, opening up. Exhale the hands to the mat, back toes untuck, and we're folding over that front leg. Take a full breath in to lift a little, and then exhale to melt forward. Nice work. We crawl up to the top of our mat, right hand down, left hand to the sky, easy twist. Let's lift that back knee up off the floor. Exhale, left hand down to the mat. Step back to your high plank position and take your flow. At any point, your flow is optional, and you can meet us in downward facing dog. Good. Full breath when you're there. Keeping engaged through the upper body, press those hands into the floor. On your inhale, lift your right leg to the sky, nice and high, three-legged dog. Again, knee to nose, let's hug it in. And then inhale, lift it up. Step that foot to the top of your mat, warrior one. So the back heel lowers to a 45-degree angle. We reach the arms to the sky. Pinkies facing in towards each other, shoulders drop down. Can you get a little bit deeper into that front knee? Beautiful. You can always walk it a little bit wider if you need that extra room. We're wrapping our left arm underneath our right, eagle arms, grabbing the shoulders or the palms. Now lift the elbows high, hands away from your face. We sink down into humble warrior, our arms melting onto the inside of that right leg. Keep your right hip hugging in, arms squeezing together. Beautiful. Inhale, lift those arms up. We're gonna cactus them. Bend the elbows, lift the chest, hands down to the floor. Easy twist, the left hand to the mat, right hand to the sky. Now let's walk our right foot to the back of our mat for side plank. We can always modify with that left knee on the mat. Good, keep your hips nice and high. Take your right hand down to the mat and find your flow. Shift forward, lower from knees or toes, then press to up dog or baby cobra. Downward facing dog. Feel that length in your spine, the energy in your hands. Inhale, left leg to the sky, nice and high. Use your core, knee to nose. We're hugging it all the way in and then lifting it back up to the sky. Let's step left foot up to the top of our mat. Warrior one, that back heel sinks to the floor. The arms sweep up. Pinkies facing in, shoulders drop down. Beautiful. Let's sink down into that front knee. Wrap your right arm underneath your left. Eagle arms, your variation. Now lift the elbows high, hands away from your face. Exhale, humble warrior. Keep that left hip hugging in. Beautiful. We're not sinking down onto the top of our thigh. We're coming to the inside of that leg. Inhale, reach your arms back up, unravel them, cactus the arms. Exhale, hands to the floor, right hand down, left hand to the sky, easy twist. Let's walk that left foot back to our side plank. So feet are stacked or staggered, those toes lifting towards your shins. Pull the top hip a little higher, then take your left hand down to the mat. Take your flow. We're meeting in downward facing dog. Good work, keep it up here. Use your breath. Energize with your inhale and your exhale. Together, we're lifting right leg to the sky, three-legged dog, keep it high. Step the right foot to the top of your mat, warrior one. Inhale, reach the arms up, sink down into that front knee. Beautiful. Let's take our hands back behind us, interlace the fingers, lift the chest. If you can, keep those wrists together, then we fold to humble warrior, chest melting down to the inside of the thigh. Full breath in, keep sinking into that right knee as you exhale. Inhale, we're lifting up, release our grip, cactus the arms, open through the chest, pull the hands down to the mat. We're gonna step halfway up and find standing splits. Our left toes are pointing up to the sky. Our hands walk in to our right leg as if we're trying to touch our nose down to our shin. Gracefully as we can, we step to the back of our mat, warrior two. Let's open the arms up here. Here down at your feet, adjust them where you need to. That back foot parallel to the back of your mat. Sink deep into the front knee. Now reach forward, flip your front palm, reverse your warrior. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down, easy twist. Right hand to the sky. Walk your right foot back for a side plank. Keep that top hip high. Let's find high plank and flow from here. Shift forward. Exhale, lower from knees or toes. Meet in down dog. A full breath in. Full breath out. Beautiful work, team. Inhale, lift your left leg to the sky, nice and high. Let's step up to warrior one. That back heel lowers, the arms open to the sky. Find your stance, sink deep into that left knee. Hands are coming back behind us. We interlace the fingers, roll the shoulders back. Good, humble warrior. Chest melts onto the inside of that thigh. Keep the left hip hugging in. One more breath, stay here. Inhale, lift it up, release the grip, and then cactus the arms. Bend deep into those elbows. Hands come all the way down to the floor. Right hand down, left hand to the sky. We're walking back into our side plank. Left foot comes to the back of your mat. Keep that top hip high. Good. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Take your flow, shift your weight forward. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. Downward facing dog. The hips come all the way back. A full breath in and a full breath out. Gather yourself here at any stage that you need rest. You can find a child's pose. Otherwise, you're staying in downward facing dog. Wonderful. Let's lift our right heel to the sky. Nice and high. Kick up through that heel. Now bend the knee. Stack the hips. Open up. If you'd like wild thing, you're taking your toes to the middle of the left side of your mat and peeling your hips up. Exhale, right hand to the mat, right heel high. Let's step the right foot all the way up for warrior two. The back heel lowers and the arms are opening up here. Sink down into that front knee, extending out through the arms. Beautiful. Let's reach forward, flip the front palm, and reverse our warrior. Good. Exhale, warrior two. Reach to the front of the room for extended side angle. That left hand is now reaching to the front of the room, the top shoulder opening up. Let's reverse our warrior again. Flip that front palm, take it back. Straighten the front leg and reach even further back here. Exhale, warrior two arms. Let's take our back hand onto our hip. We're gonna step halfway up, bring the fingers to the floor, and lift into our half moon pose. So fingers are on the floor, left hand extends towards the sky, actively kicking out through the back heel. Beautiful. Step your left foot to the top of your mat and fold over the legs. Relax the neck. Inhale to a half lift, and then exhale to fold. Inhale, we rise up. We're gonna sweep our arms to the sky, lift the chest, pull your hands down into your heart space. From here, we find a steady point of focus on the floor in front of us. We're gonna take our right knee into our chest here, hugging in nice and close, finding our balance. We're wrapping that leg completely over top of the left leg, and then taking our right arm underneath our left. With the the toes can be on the floor, lifted, or maybe you even wrap the toes back behind the calf. Sink a little bit deeper, whoop. Find your balance. Good. Inhale, lift up. Give that foot a little shake out. Find your way to the top of your mat. Inhale, sweep the arms to the sky. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale to a half lift. Exhale, plant your hands down. Step or float back, and then find your flow. Shift your weight forward. Exhale, lower from knees or toes. Then inhale, lift up. Use your breath to take you back to downward facing dog. Good. Energize with your breath. We have one more side. Feel your heart beating in your chest. Beautiful. Inhale, lift your left leg to the sky. We bend the knees, stack the hips, and open up. Option to take wild thing, those toes coming to the middle of the left side of your mat, hips peeling up. Exhale, left hand down to the floor. Kick that left heel high and step it to the top of your mat. Warrior two, that back heel lowers. The arms open up into a T shape here, extending out. Now reach your left hand forward, flip the front palm, take it back, reverse the warrior. Exhale, warrior two, reach forward for extended side angle. That back arm reaching out to the front of your room. Beautiful. Let's reverse it. Flip the front palm, take it back. We're extending and straightening out through that front leg. And then we start to reach forward, warrior two arms. The back hand comes to our hip. We step halfway up for half moon pose. The fingers find the floor, and we kick up and out through the back heel. Let's reach our right hand forward, steady gaze on the floor, extending out long. Fold at the top of your mat, release, soften the neck, a big breath. Fold with the exhale. We inhale, rise up, sweep our arms to the sky, lift the chest, pull your hands down to your heart space. Find a steady focus on the floor in front of you here. We're taking our left knee into our chest, wrapping our hands around the shin, keeping our steadiness in that right foot. Good. Let's wrap our top leg over top of our bottom. Again, the toes are on the floor, they're lifted or they're wrapped behind the calf. Then we're taking our left arm underneath our right, finding eagle arms. Lift the elbows, pull the hands away from your face and sit a little bit lower. Full breath in, sink down on the exhale. Good. We're releasing, lifting up. Give that leg a little shake out. Find your way to the top of your mat. Last flow. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands down, step or float back, and take your flow. Shift your weight forward. Exhale, lower from knees or toes. Inhale, lift. And then we take a child's pose. Our knees come wide. Our big toes touch and the forehead meets the floor. And just take a few deep breaths here. Feeling all the way and emptying out. Gathering yourself, relaxing the body one more. We gently peel forward, coming all the way onto our bellies, coming onto our mat. And we'll take our hands nice and wide as our mat for a few baby cobras. On our inhale, we're gonna lift the chest as little or as high as we like. And then on our exhale, we're floating back down. Just 2 more of these, opening up through the body. Use your breath. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, relaxing down. We're going to take our right arm out long beside us. Our left arm comes down beside, and we're gonna bend into that back knee. Grab a hold of the foot, so the inside or the outside of the foot, whichever is more comfortable for you. We feel steady and strong in our right side. Now kick the foot into the hand, left foot into the hand. Roll the shoulder back and start peeling your big toe to the sky. Half bow pose, lift a little bit higher, good work. Exhale, start to lower yourself down. Bring your left cheek to the mat and release the foot. We'll gently peel up to take the other side. Our left hand comes forward, right hand back. Now bend into that knee. Grab a hold of the foot. Start rolling your right shoulder back. Kick the foot into the hand, and as you do so, feel the thigh lift up off the floor. Peel that big toe a little higher, squeeze tight. And then exhale, release it down. Your right cheek comes to the mat. Full breath. And we're taking now both arms down beside us. Bend into the legs. We're grabbing a hold of the feet. Roll the shoulders back. Full bow pose. I want you to lift your thighs up off the mat. Bring those big toes to the ceiling, squeezing the glutes. Draw the knees in a little closer. Hold here. Good. And then gently release. Bring either cheek to the mat. Full breath. We are going to extend our right arm out long beside us. Our palm comes to the floor. Just make sure your wrist is coming out right from the shoulder, then roll onto that right side. And just take a moment here, feeling the stretch run across the top of your shoulder. And then take your left arm out long beside you, coming onto the other side, cheek against the mat. One breath. We come back onto our stomach and then into a child's pose. Knees are wide or closed, your choice. The forehead meets the mat. Close down the eyes. We start to roll ourselves back towards our heels. We're gonna come over onto one side and extend our legs out long to the top of our mat. Let's take our feet out nice and wide. Our palms come together and we slowly start to lower ourselves down until eventually shoulders and head meet the mat. We'll take our arms out wide beside us. Shavasana, we are completely letting go here. Full surrender. Let go of control over the breath, the body. and allow yourself to just be still. We gently start to invite another deep breath in, filling chest and belly all the way. Even sighing out the mouth if it feels right. Some soft movement in through the hands and the feet. We might stretch the arms up long up overhead and the legs extending out in front of us, and eventually we'll roll onto one side using our arm as a pillow, our knees hugging into our chest, and just taking a moment on our side here. We start to lift ourselves up to a seated position on our mat, just crossing the legs, sitting nice and tall. The eyes close back down. We'll bring our hands together at our heart space. The hands come up to the forehead. The light within me honors the light within you. Namaste.